Claude has just released a new plan that just dropped right now, and it's called the Claude Max Plan. I don't know if it's Claude Pro Max or Claude Max Pro or whatever it is, but I just wanted to tell you real quick while I'm here. I'm currently traveling in Spain, and I had to drop this update on you real quick. I'm testing out my new live stream setup here, and remotely while I'm traveling, it looks like it's basically a new plan that's going to give you way more limits. So basically for $100, so instead of paying 20 bucks a month, now you're paying $100 a month, but then you get 5x more usage. So a lot of problem that people had is that after using it for maybe an hour, you would pretty much hit your limit right away. And when that happens, you kind of have to wait for the rest of the day to finish. And that really, really sucked. Some people were creating new accounts and so forth, and it just really, really limited your ability. And so here they actually have now the ability to pay 5x more to get 5x more usage. But to get 20x more usage, you can just kind of double that, which is really interesting. So instead of paying, 20x the price, I guess, you're now paying, $200 a month. So you can get the actual max plan. And so I just got this email right now. I thought I wanted to share it with you really quickly to let you know kind of what's been going on. I'm traveling and there's been a lot of stuff that's happening. Apparently the stock market's melting down. I was like, oh no, this is kind of crazy. But kind of wanted to focus a little bit on the AI topic here. And I also wanted to share a cool technique that I've been using in Claude. So this is just a quick preview. Because I'm traveling here in Spain, there's a 21% VAT tax. Nah, fam. I'm gonna probably either upgrade this when I get home or try to use a VPN to upgrade this, because this is currently showing me the price. And it's showing me that to go from a max from $5x to 20x more usage, it starts at $100 a month. But if you go to team, it kind of has this price here. And this is showing me because of the region where I'm currently traveling in. And so that's just a little bit about that. But one of the quick workflows I wanted to kind of quickly show you here before I head on out was this cool travel itinerary thing. So this app I made literally just by dumping in this PDF of my travel itinerary. For some reason, travel itinerary people, they like to just give you, 100 pages of a whole document of here's your plan, here's every information about every single thing. And it's okay, who am I supposed to call? What day am I supposed to be where? So I just wanted to make a simple app that would just say, when I check my phone, I just want to know who I should be contacting or where I should be at this time, or maybe what's going to be happening here. So I thought I'd share this cool workflow with you because I found it very useful. And so what I did here to begin with was I basically just told it to help me put these destinations on a map so I can easily see them. And so I'd love to have them organized in a minimalized interactive web app. The goal of the app is for me to look at the phone anytime while traveling and understand what I need to do next. And so I basically kind of describe some of the goals there and what were really important. And so a very descriptive prompt like this is extremely helpful for Claude, especially since it's going to be digging through all of those different pages and you want to extract that information out. So I use a thing called Whisper. I'll have a link down below in the description. And that basically allows you to kind of hit the little button and just talk this. And what's nice about Whisper, WISPR, is that it basically allows you to then translate your stuff, but then actually keeps the formatting and the things that it should be working for this type of thing. And so what it does is it actually went ahead and it couldn't complete the actual code in one prompt. You'll see that it kind of did this type of thing. And then all I did is say continue, and it basically continues writing the code artifact. And then it actually produced this whole type of thing. And as you can see here, now I have basically my whole travel plan from April 3rd to 24th. And this is just an example. So it basically went into the actual PDF, extracted all this data in the code, and you can see it basically hard coded all of my data. It's almost like telling it, hey, these were the exact things that I wanted, and these were the descriptions and things that I wanted there as well. So that's kind of that. Is this alive? Yes, this actually is alive. I'm traveling remotely, which is really fun, and so you're actually watching this live. So feel free to drop comments right now, and I'll answer some questions, but I have to head out pretty shortly. I just wanted to do this quick live stream so that you guys can see. I'm also testing out my connection here just to see if it's good enough. I'm actually streaming to X right now, YouTube, and also on Twitch. So if you're watching this, hi. And as you can see here, what the power of something like this is when you click it, this is a little web app that's literally on my phone. And I just gave it a PDF and told it, this is exactly what I wanted. And this is exactly what I want. I want to know who to contact and where and all these other extra things. So I also have info here. So this tells me the info about the trip, like the airports, the tipping guide. And this is all the stuff that's in the document, but extracted out in basically one thing, because I don't want to be swiping through PDFs, which can be kind of a pain in the butt. And with something like this, I can kind of save it. So it told me exactly what I did. And basically what I did was use, I think the Claude Sonnet extended thinking mode. And so that's the model that I said, Claude 3.7. So one of the powerful things, people are talking a lot of smack right now about Claude Sonnet, especially if they're using it in Cursor. And there is a limitation because Cursor in its normal mode, uses a lot of the context window to send a lot of things back. And people are complaining about stuff being overridden and so forth. And when you go onto the web app here, you can see a vast difference in its thinking capabilities, but then the more descriptive you are for the prompt, the better the output. So I'll show you something else really quick before I head on out, and how powerful this model is, and this is why I really like it, and which is probably why I might be paying for the extra plan that will allow me more usage, because I use this extensively a lot, especially for random things like this, where I just want to dump it in. I'm not necessarily working with code. And the next thing that I did here was I literally took the code from the app. So I got this code here. I got the app that it generated here. I just went here to this little code tab here at the top. I copied the code by going up here to this copy. And then I just went to here and I just pasted the code in. And I said, help me come up with a packing list for this trip. I've attached to the code. So the packing list is brilliant because the code is already telling it in a very structured manner where the trip is, what destinations I'll be at what time. And if you're not in the EU, which apparently I'm in right now, apparently they don't let you use the web in the EU with Anthropic, and that's really dumb, but be that as it may, when I did this, I was in the US before I was traveling, and you have access to the web. And because of that, that's one of my more favorite things about Claude Sonnet now. I basically said, hey, go ahead and make me a packing list. I'm a grown adult, and let us know, like while traveling, mind you, like what should I be wearing on the plane? I just want to do a single carry-on. I'd like to travel extremely lightly there, and please check the weather for the dates that we're going to be there and stuff. And I just want to be ready for all these different activities that are listed. So now that we have a lot more context in here, I just opened up a new chat, put that in there, and it basically did its thinking. You can see it do its thinking there as far as the trip. It actually looked up the weather forecasts, doing all these web events here. I mean, that's the power of having Claude on the web. It's just like extremely powerful. So you can see it doing its step-by-step thinking, and it pretty much did that there. And for those who don't know, one of the actual benchmarks that ranked really high for Claude Sonnet was the fact that when it does one step and it does another thinking before it does the next step, it actually gets more intelligent. So we're basically taking advantage of that, and that's kind of what you're seeing in action. Such a smart idea for the live stream. Yeah. I mean, as soon as stuff comes out, hey, Alex, how's it going? If you haven't followed Alex, I was going to be talking about a tweet of his that is so fire that I literally just, I'm so inspired by Alex that this is going to be like an awesome tweet. And hopefully I'm going to be able to get to this towards the end of the stream, but you have to follow Alex Finn if you're not. Dropping solid business advice, super motivational, has made his own apps with AI, and is really crushing it right now. So yeah, Alex, definitely thank you for dropping in. Don't delete this video. How would you compare to 3.7 normal? Yeah, I'll tell you about that, man, in a little bit here. Cool. So with Max, I also got the email. Do you get longer text? I don't know about the longer thing because it's already pretty good, but obviously when you do feed it a lot of tokens, that's kind of what happens, is like you eat up a lot of that context window and they kind of put you in this little jail. So now it's apparently less of a jail, if you know what I mean. Basically, you just get more access to compute. So once you drop in this travel guide and tell it to do a packing list, check out this packing list. This is actually really a banger thing. So so this is the app. This is the packing list here, and it basically says, and I literally have my whole suitcase packed just using this exact packing list. This saved me like days of time. I'm dyslexic and it takes me forever to write these things or even organize stuff. So the fact that I was just saying, here's the itinerary, here's where I'm going to be with the exported code, now make me a packing list, and it was just a banger list. So this one came out really good. So it gave me the weather overview at the very top, which is super important. Every time I was packing something, I would go back to this and say, okay, do I have enough of this? Am I going to be okay? Or am I going to have enough for the colder temperatures? Like, man, it's only going to be warm over here when I go to Sevilla. Okay. And then it just gave me the clothing essentials. And what I loved about the model, which was really totally no one's really talking about this is like how smart it is about understanding colors. So a light color and a dark color for all these different layers. And this saved me. This actually fits completely in my suitcase. I still had room to pack more stuff, and it was pretty much spot on. So that's a cool tip that I want to leave with you. If you're coding with this model and you're using Cursor, people were asking about kind of what the models and limitations are, and kind of the reason why I'm using Max all the time. I pretty much just use Claude Sonnet 3.7 Max just extensively when I'm using Cursor, and it is incredibly intelligent, as if it were using it on the web. And this is just a kind of sneak preview with that. As far as like how much would you spend if you're using this, compared to like last month when I was using it extensively to ship a bunch of code, I think I spent probably, I think I'll have to look at my bill. Basically, I spent like $38 or so using the model, and normally I would spend like $60 to $80 because I would ask for like 2,000 plus 500 fast requests times 20. I would give $20, and I wouldn't always get the result that I wanted. So by having max mode enabled, you pay per use, but once you're burned through the $20, you're just paying per use after that. And all the requests that I did didn't even add up over $40. So to me, I think right now the best deal, especially if you're dealing with a large context window, is going to be using Cursor in max mode, whether it's Gemini or Claude Sonnet 3.7. That's going to be your sauce right now, and you need to go ahead and definitely hit that up. If you're watching right now, you made it this far in the stream, I want to tell you about my program. Is called Let Me Cook, and basically it's just being a member. I try to drop member videos every Sunday, so you can watch, or they drop to the public every Sunday, but if you want to get into videos like this or something like that, I will basically make them available, and then to the general, to my members early before you get them. You also get to join my Discord, where we're kind of getting this going here. So definitely take a look at that if you want to kind of support the channel. I definitely really appreciate it. I'm currently not sponsored by anyone. I'm looking for different sponsors that will kind of work with my channel without introducing any bias, because I really truly believe in using these models as much as possible and getting the most value from them. And so I kind of want to end it with this note, because I feel like this is really important for us. Alex Finn has dropped this amazing blog post. This is something I was going to talk about today. I didn't really realize he was going to join the stream, but this was just really awesome, and just kind of gave me motivation. Basically, I used to be really big into this 4-hour work week thing, and what ends up happening is like it gets you in a different frame of thinking than you were if you're trying to use AI right now. And when that book was written, it was before AI became really prevalent. And I think it was really from a perspective from someone who has been really accomplished in business, and now they can actually do more with less resources, or with more resources, because now they're putting money towards those resources to get things done. And it's really kind of confusing, especially if you're just getting started out like me in business. I used to be an engineer, so now I'm entering this phase where I'm building my own business. So you have to actually put in a lot of hours, because I don't have that work done. But if you ask me about engineering things, I can basically do the 4-hour work week equivalent, but you still don't get as much done. So I'm trying to use AI to kind of use that as a leverage mark. And Alex Finn has done that. This guy's generating hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, from his app. It's just actually going bonkers. And kind of wanted to tell you about this, that you should just check this out, this post. So I retweeted this, and you should probably check it out. But this is basically just kind of breaks down, kind of a little bit of kind of what you have to leverage right now if you're using AI. And I want to be doing more of these types of videos where I just kind of break in really quickly, tell you about some AI prompting that I'm doing, and that you should be kind of, using these types of systems to learn. And really don't listen to any of the people who are telling you that prompting is not going to be the future for anything like that. I think a lot of people are honestly speaking about from where they're coming from, the experience. But as an engineer who's been in the industry for 12 plus years, I'm telling you that you have to work with these prompts so that you build the systems that work for you. And in order for you to learn those types of systems and make them work for you, it starts with prompting. Thankfully, thank goodness. It doesn't require learning a new programming language. It just requires you putting stuff into the model and getting stuff back out. So if you want to learn more about this, definitely tune in. I'll show you some techniques that I'm using on Cursor. I'll show you techniques that I'll be using on the web, just like I made that web app. This is things that I just off the top of my head, I just throw stuff in, unbounded, and I want to share that with you. So definitely tune in. I would highly suggest you join the Let Me Cook type of thing, so you get access to my Discord, get to ask me questions there, and definitely do those types of things. So if you've been tuning in, definitely appreciate it. I gotta head out pretty soon. So yeah, definitely appreciate you, Alex, for tuning in. Really love, your content. It's just so solid and so gold. And just going to catch up here with the comments and before we head on out. So try the product IDX with root code and Cloud Run, Google secretly replicated replit. Ooh, I'll have to check that out. Your work ethic is 100. Yes. Hey, thanks, Jordan. Oh, by the way, I'm fighting a cold and I'm pretty sick. And I was pretty much out the rest of the day. And it took me so long to get this set up. But now that I kind of got this set up and a good internet connection, I'll try to do something tomorrow if I can break in a little bit of time after some activities. Because I'm basically just traveling right now. But I wanted to make sure I got in contact with you and want to let you know kind of what's going on here. So if you're liking this, definitely hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so. And when you hit that little bell icon, what happens is Google no longer serves you the videos instantly when they come out. Make sure you hit that I want to be notified for everything type of thing. Same thing on X. There's a little bell and tells you when I go live if you want to get on that. And then same thing with Twitch. Twitch is just super awesome about letting people know when they go live. So kind of wanted to drop that sauce. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next live stream.